Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I would like to present my final report industry training. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself first. My name is Nur Shamin Binti Izzaha. My matric number 1162939 and I am from Bachelor of Sunnah Studies with Information Management with Honors student. For your information, started on 3 February until 22 May 2020, I have undergone industrial training. It is a compulsory for awarding bachelor degree in University Science Islam Malaysia. Throughout this program, I was supervised by University Supervisor Dr. Mohamed Yusuf bin Ismail and Mrs. Rosnah Binti Mohamed Razalli as my industry supervisor. So this is the content that I will explain in my presentation. First, about background of organization. Second, about the task execution. Third, about the industrial training project. 4, advantages in organization. 5, limitation in organization. 6, recommendation for improvement. And lastly is conclusion. For my industrial training, I have chosen Pertubuhan Kebajikan Ukhuwah Anak Yatim Islam dan Miskin, Daerah Sabak Bernam. This organisation, it was founded in 1985 by YDH Datuk Haji Baharin bin Haji Ma'ahir and Mr. Haji Jumari bin Ngarib. The organisation also known as a private sector. In the early stage of establishment of this organisation is a government house owned by Jabatan Pengairan dan Saliran. In 1985, the organisation also known as a Pertubuhan Kebajikan Anak-anak Yatim Islam Sabak Bernam before being converted to Pertubuhan Kebajikan Ukhuwah Anak-anak Yatim Islam Sabak Bernam. In 2009, the name of organisation convert to Pertubuhan Kebajikan Ukhuwah Anak Yatim Islam dan Miskin Daerah Sabak Bernam. So this is my task execution during industrial training. First, record and filing, which is I will record all the document that receives or outgoing by email or by post in the logbook that provided, such as receive the Department of Social Welfare letter, utility bill, bank statement and others. So after record all of the document, we will be store the document, follow the classified file such as account file, utility bill file, payatim file and so on. So preparation of correspondent is the industrial training student will provide official letter from the organisation. For example, we will prepare appreciation letter of donation. Second, invitation letter to the committee of Pertubuhan Ukhuwah to attend the annual meeting. Next, financial management, which is I and my partner Nur Ashkan binti Muhammad Ramli will prepare school daily expenses for student according to the amount that set by the organisation. Basically, the primary school student will be given 40 ringgit and the secondary school student will be given 3 ringgit. So each student will sign a column in the name list as a proof their receipt of their receipt expenses. Next, create minutes of the meeting and name list of student. Where every time annual meeting is held, we will provide minutes of the meeting to present and discuss in the meeting within the committee of Pertubuhan Ukhuwah. So we also will provide name list of 20. So we will provide a name list of student Pertubuhan Ukhuwah 2020 to use as an attachment. The lastly is usage of photocopy, laminate printer and scanning machine. So in industry training, I was exposed to use all the machine as above to be used facilitate office work. For example, I make the copies of document that require of staff and students. So this is some of my industry training industry training project. First, mini library, which is I and my partner Nurul Ashikin Binti Mohamed Ramli, we create a mini library and named as Mini Library Ukhuwah, which is located in study room student. This is because the equipment is enough for us to upgrade from the study room to mini library, such as they have a bookshelf, table, chair, whiteboard, aircon and others. So we have prepared readings materials according to the classification of material on the shelf. For example, book story, non-fiction, reference book, religion book, encyclopedia, tafsir, Al-Quran and others. Next, we also develop official page for our organisation as a platform to introduce Pertubuhan Ukhuwah to society. We also update all student activities that taking place in the hostel. The last one is we create an organisation chart of Pertubuhan Ukhuwah corner in the office as a reference for visitor. This is because in the early they have not the organizational chart in the office to serve as a guide. So this is the advantages in organisation during industry training. First, this organisation have good manual records and filing system. It is because each file have taggings on the spine to store and record all the document that receive following the classification. So it will make easier for refer to all document quickly. Second, the organisation will cover various scopes of work such as administration, management, finance that require knowledge and expertise to handle it. Third, the organisation also give the opportunity to industry training student to participate all of the program that organised, especially by the Department of Social Welfare. So this is some of limitation in organisation during industry training. First, the organisation does not have recording and filing in online system to store all the data. Second, the organisation does not have specific tasks because it covers all the scope of tasks such as administration, management, finance and others. So, every staff will perform all the tasks at one time to complete their work. Third, the organisation also lacks the number of skilled workforce in the field, especially in ICT, account and marketing. So, this is the some of recommendation for improvement the organisation. First, the organisation should to develop and create an online system to store all the data in database from Windows. Second, the organisation should to create a framework or schedule for all staff and industry training students to complete the task on time with the number of worker available. And third, the organisation also should to increase the number of employees because there is a lot of work to be complete within a specific time. So during industry training, I can conclude that the student have been indirectly exposed to various tasks and activities and also exposed to a real work environment is good for student as a trainee. Second, student should to adapt all the exposure given to the trainees during the training is a very useful and should be explored in future. So the lastly is student also can produce knowledgeable graduates and a great personality. So that's all for me. Thank you for listening my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.